I'm a pop culture geek.
And I'm a data guru.
Together, we're Data Decoded. Welcome to Data Decoded, where every episode we bring you the coolest data guru we know, Deanna McFadder, founder of Nachi, to decode the data and technology behind some of our favorite movies, TV, and stories in general. Deanna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. Love data. Excited for the conversation. Yeah.
Real quick, give the audience a 10-second bio background for yourself.
Okay, 10 seconds. I love data. I love math. I love it for the story that it tells. I see everything as data. You know, we're just made up of cells and little neurons, and everything is that way. So I like to break everything down, have an experience in insights, data, analytics, and statistics for my entire life. So excited to break a few things down.
And you do this professionally?
I do. This is my actual job, is to do this in a slightly different setting, but with my company called Nachi, where we're all about data storytelling.
Awesome. All right, today's episode, here is the data. We break down Skynet. Skynet, as everyone listening might know, is a fictional artificial neural network based conscious group. It's a conscious mind and artificial general superintelligence system that serves as the antagonistic force of the Terminator franchise. Deanna, can you decode that for us?
Yeah, no problem. So it being a artificial neural network is essentially what Skynet is trying to model itself after, is the power of the brain. And as you guys know, like 80% of our brain capacity, we don't even understand as humans. You know, we haven't been able to break down, or something like that percent. Don't fact check me, Michael. And so that idea of there's all this consciousness that we can't even access, but if you gave that consciousness to a computer, to a machine, that it would go far beyond what we're capable of. And so Skynet, essentially, that's what's happened. And so what has happened is that the machines, in trying to solve the problem of the world, realize that we humans are the problem. So the machines then, because they're getting smarter and smarter and smarter, and obviously they have computational power and speed as opposed to human power and speed, they're able to get to that as the potential solution, the most viable solution. And then it starts a war with the machines, humans against the machine. Unfortunately for us as the humans, the machines start to look, act, and can integrate with humanity in a way where it's really confusing. So it's essentially, we give them the machines all the human power and reasoning, and then they decide that we're the enemy. So now they want to attack and kill us.
So I read something very scary. I think it was last year. I think Facebook was creating AI technology that was learning. It was actually learning and addressing. So the question is, how close are we to having to storm the Skynet labs? In this case, it'll be the Facebook/Meta labs, and destroying this AI technology before it destroys us.
We're actually really close. This actually already happened.
I'll get my guns.
Confidence out there. This has actually happened, to where both Facebook and I think at least a project that Elon Musk was working on, they shut down their AI natural language processing practices at one point, because they had developed their own language that we could not decode. Right. So it started, especially if you think about what is its dictionary, right? We learn based on our parents and our schools, which give us an alphanumeric dictionary or alphabet, right, that we can understand.
Yep.
That's what we use to form words and language. So when it's a computer that can use anything and everything, it can use every fictional language. It can use, anything that's ever been made up, and things that haven't been made up, to actually create a language. And then if you add emojis and emoji on top. So this is what they did. It's the basis of it becoming smarter than us, right? It now is operating from a framework that we can understand. So because they didn't know what to do with it, they actually shut those things down, tried to put some measures in place so that they can control it. But it is very, unfortunately, very possible. And at least to me, part of getting a handle on all of this is we actually have to have ethics connected. We have to actually think about what we want our ideal outcome to be, and design for that beforehand, as opposed to waiting for that in the end. And then we try to course correct after the machines are already attacking us.
Would we even know that the machines have altered our landscape if we are living in a virtual meta world like Facebook wants us to do?
Yeah, no, actually, we wouldn't, right? Like we go into the simulate, like imagine I put the glasses on one day,
Yeah.
and I lose track of time. That's one of the things that happens with the metaverse, right? Is that you actually lose track of time. How long was I in that game?
Yeah.
And so imagine that if once I come out of the game, my entire surrounding could have changed without me realizing it.
Wow.
Right? Like they could, so if everyone is plugged in, if you get some people plugged in all at once. So yeah, I actually think it's very possible. And I think that it's not, it shouldn't scare us. It should wake us up, right? It should have us aware of what's happening around us. What's the scariest part for me is that there's like 6 people, individual humans, not bodies of people, not these powerful decentralized networks, but like individuals that sort of control the gates to this right now.
Yep.
That's what's scarier to me, is that, oh gosh, it's in the hands of the few. And I believe that if it was in the hands of the many, or at least the control and governance over it, we would, that eventuality of Skynet, as it is in the Terminator series, would be further off, than it is when it's just a few people that could make a bad decision. It's a little bit more probable, I think.
That was today's very, very scary episode of Data Decoded, Skynet Decoded. For more, join the movement, go rogue, roguematter.com. We will see you guys next time.